Hey everybody, it's Eric, 80s Horror Man here, and welcome to day 28 for my 31 Days of Horror. Today, I'll be doing a movie that was done in 1987, and this was put out by Scream Factory. And I remember watching this movie like a long time ago on the dish, but I never owned it in my collection, not on VHS, not on DVD, but thanks to my friend Matt from Union Horror Movies for selling this movie on Blu-ray. I said get it, and the movie I'm talking about is Dolls. Now, Dolls is directed by Stuart Gordon, the same guy who did Reanimator and From Beyond. And the movie stars Guy Wolf, if I'm saying it right. He played Andre Toulon in Puppet Masters 3 and 4, and also the late great Stephen Lee, who played the crooked cop Officer Duffy in RoboCop 2. And it's also got this girl by the name of Bunty Bailey, who played the blonde girl in that music video of Aha's Take On Me. So, this movie starts off where you got a father, his daughter, along with the girl's stepmom, are driving, and all of a sudden their back tire sinks into like a hole, and apparently they're stuck. They can't get out, and they say we have to wait till morning to see if we can get the car out. So they say, "Hey, there's a house. Let's see if we could take shelter in it before the storm hits." So they decide to take shelter into this house, and it turns out this house is owned by an old couple. And then while they're having dinner, 3 more strangers show up at the house to take shelter during the rainstorm. Met 2 female hitchhikers and a nice guy who decides to pick up the hitchhikers. So once everything is all settled for the guests, it shows that every single room that the house has is full of dolls. And it shows that the old guy is actually a toy maker, that he makes dolls. And the little girl says that there's something going on in this house. The father doesn't believe her. He said, enough with the stories, enough with the ghosts, the goblins, that's it. I'm done. I don't want to hear it. And the stepmom, who's like a real bitch, also says that that's enough out of you. So the little girl turns to the nice guy, played by the late great Stephen Lee. He says, "I need your help, but I saw someone getting killed." And then it turns out that these dolls come alive and they start killing people one by one. Like they start picking them off, like one at a time, and then next thing you know, these guests that's taking shelter in the old couple's house now has to find a way to fend off against these dolls if they want to make it till morning. So that's basically the story on this movie. My thoughts on this: I thought this movie was actually pretty fun, but it's a shame that this movie is very short. It's only out for like an hour and 17 minutes, so it's a pretty short movie. And one of the scenes I definitely remembered watching from this movie is where the blonde girl, played by Bunty Bailey, she's like all dressed in black leather, like a punk rocker, and she speaks with an English accent, where in the middle of the night while everyone's sleeping, she's had to go in one of the rooms and starts stealing shit. And then all of a sudden she gets attacked by these dolls, and like the dolls got her face down on the floor. They both got her arms outstretched, and they decided to ram her face into the baseboard of the wall. And her face becomes like a bloody mess. So that's like one of the scenes I remember seeing a long time ago when I first saw this movie. But overall, this movie was actually very fun. I definitely enjoyed it. And again, it is pretty short though. And I thought well, you know how people say that people said they got their fill of dolls because of Child's Play when Chucky came around. Well, apparently they all must have forgotten about this movie, saying that they got their fill of dolls. But I remember seeing the cover art to this movie on VHS in the video store. And this is the original cover art I remember seeing. There it is, right there. So yeah, that's the original cover art I remember seeing a long time ago on VHS when I was a kid. But this movie also does have special features. It's got audio commentary with director Stuart Gordon and writer Ed Naha, audio commentary with actress Carolyn Purdy Gordon and other cast members, Toys of Terror, The Making of Dolls, an all-new retrospective featuring interviews with director Stuart Gordon, producer Brian Yuzna, stars Carolyn Purdy Gordon and Patrick Williams, executive producer Charles Band, special makeup effects artist Gabe Bartalos, and John Volich, and more. Storyboard to film comparison, theatrical trailer, and more. So there's a lot of special features on this movie for Dolls. So Dolls from 1987, I definitely recommend checking out for those who hasn't seen it. But anyone that's watching that's a horror fan has seen this movie, then you definitely know how this movie is, and you definitely know what I'm talking about. Alright guys, so that's it for day 28. What do you guys think? Have you seen this movie before? If so, please let me know in the comments down below. I'd like to hear your thoughts. Also, like and subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for some more videos and some more 31 Days of Horror. 3 more days till Halloween. Later.